Welcome back to another action figure review. In this review, we're going to be taking a look at the 1/18 scale Joytoy Battle for the Stars Skeleton Forces Grim Reaper's Vengeance Type B action figure. This is the packaging it comes in. When you get it in the mail, you'll have a plastic wrapped around it. So we'll go ahead and remove that and we'll take a look at the packaging. Okay, here's the packaging without the plastic wrap. First off, you might notice that the box is not sitting very well. And you can see that my box is damaged. Well, the reason my box is damaged, I got this from Locker Toys in China, and I had a large order, and the way to get your items in a box is to place a big large order and avoid the plastic wrap. Well, they did in my large order in a plastic bag, and all but 2 items were smashed. So I just want to let you know that's what's going on with Locker Toys right now. This is a channel that shows you the truth. We're not going to hide anything from any company. We demand the best. These are premium figures. They're not cheap. And we want good quality service along with our expensive figures. So moving on. I do love the box. That's why I'm kind of a little upset. I love the artwork and love the box. I kind of retain my boxes, but now I have smashed boxes. On the front of this box, we have a very cool artwork of the character. We have the yellow lightning or electricity, whatever you want to call it. We have the logos here on the top right corner. The Joytoy Battle for the Stars, Skeleton Forces, Grim Reaper's Vengeance Type B, all done in white here. And our scale here on the bottom right, which is 1/18. Top of my box is Joytoy. The bottom is Battle for the Stars. And both sides shows Skeleton Forces, Grim Reaper's Vengeance B on both sides. And here is the back. Skeleton Forces at the top. On the right, Joytoy Battle for the Stars logo again. Here we have company information. I'm sorry, this is the product information. This is the company information. And this is a note from Joytoy. So you want to pause and read that, you can. Here just to the right in the center we have a QR code and a Joytoy foil sticker. And here we have a artwork, not artwork actually, more of a photograph of the product, the figure and accessories. Here at the bottom we have the warning. Not for children under the age of 3, this product is not a toy. Adult collectibles recommended for ages 17 and up. Again, adult collectible, smashed. And we have the UPC, and made in China, of course. So let's go ahead and get this figure out of the box, and let's hope there's no damage to the figure. I will be contacting Locker Toys to see what they have to say about their behavior. Inside the box, we have a product insert. Skeleton Forces Grim Reaper's Vengeance Type B. When we unfold that, we have the accessories, photos of the figures geared up, and with the accessories in front of him. Very cool. On the back with precautions, I recommend you do pause and read that, or read it when you buy your own. We do have a disassemble example, in case you need to disassemble your figure for any reason. But you pretty much get this in almost every figure you buy. Figure in a clamshell. It looks like this figure is going to be the less of the 3 figures in accessory wise and gear. Let's take a look at the figure. This figure does not have any exoskeleton at all. Very cool. I want to say I've seen that head sculpt before, but I'm not totally sure which. I have so many Joytoy figures. Not sure which one it is. But let's take a look at the head sculpt anyway. Here have the dark brown hair, water slide decal eyes and eyebrows. Kind of just a basic expression on his face. I'm glad we do not have any screaming heads or face expressions this time. Nicely sculpted hair. Too bad. We do have the red scarf around his neck that matches the other two. So we have a flat black, basically jumpsuit or shirt and pants, if you want to call it. It's like a very flat black. We have a very glossy black shoulder pads, or chest armor, back armor, and thigh pads. And the boots are actually a darker black, but not glossy. Here on the chest, we have the Battle for the Stars logo. We have a 5 on this side of his arm. We have the Battle for the Stars, the Grim Reaper's logos, I should say. It's not Battle for the Stars, but the Grim Reaper logos here on both of his arm and his chest. Which is very cool. I love that the design of that team logo. It's really cool. Let's see what we got. Overall, he does feel good. Let's take a 360 look at the character. We do have the newer style pistol holster. Looks very cool. Very glossy on the black. Here's another look at a different angle, just in case you want to see something more. Do love those gunmetal knee pads. All 3 of the new Vengeance Grim Reapers have those, and they're different styles. They look really good. Is that a carabiner on the back of there? Looks like it. Very small window. Very cool. So for the overall articulation, head on a ball joint. It does rotate around the head, so you get some back and down with the scarf on. You can get a better range if you remove the scarf. You even get side to side on this one, which is very nice. You don't have any of that exoskeleton getting in the way. For his arms, they do rotate 360 all the way around. We have elbow 360 here, bend elbow. We have a little better, just a little bit better than 90, which is great. On the hands, rotate 360 at the wrist. It's on the new style ball joint. Can go any way you want it to go. Very cool. Okay, we do have chest armor under the vest. Chest articulation under the chest armor. But it has a tongue twister. So you have to remove this to utilize that. You can see it right there on the side. It's cut right there. But we do have a waist swivel. It rotates 360. I'm not going to force these figures, but it's there for you. We do have an ab crunch. Goes back some. Give it all side to side. Let's see how he sits. Sits really nice. Nothing hindering his ability to do that. No exoskeleton or anything. Pretty good split. Just know your figure's range. You don't want to exert any extra forces on your figures to break the joints. Very decent for a side split. We do have thigh rotation. Double jointed knees. Very good. For the feet, they do pivot down. They do pivot up. And you can get a 360 rotation all the way around if you work it around the heel, which I'm not going to force it, but it's there if you desire that option. Remember to be very careful with your figures. These are expensive. We're no longer getting replacement joints. I haven't had to heat any of these. The joints feel pretty good, but it doesn't really hurt to take a second to protect your investment and heat them up for a few seconds. So for the accessories, let's take a look at this helmet. I've recently discovered in the second of the 3 videos I've released that these helmets are hard plastic. They're not the soft manipulative plastic that you can squeeze around figures' heads. I do feel like when I'm putting these helmets on, they're real snug, and I'm going to rip off his nose or some paint. So be aware of that. Then I found out also that this is a darker shade of red than the first 3 figures from the 3-pack, and then Selena. So very cool. Design, I love the design, but I really wish that it was unifit for all the characters, so it kind of they fit together as a unit or a team or a squad, whatever you want to call it. Or the black helmet, a lot of sculpt work going on. It's the same helmet for all of the figures, just a different type of plastic. Man, this is really hard. So see how it fits on him. Yeah, I mean, I'm pushing. That should have been no more than that much force. Getting that in there. That helmet does not move. It's solid. And I'm really not going to push that down. I got to see what's going on later, I guess. But that helmet is going to rip off his nose. I'm not sure if I can get it down there. I don't want to damage it. Yeah, that's a tremendous amount of force. So unfortunately, I can't put that on at this point. And let's move on. Look at his assault rifle. Basic black, no paint, flat black plastic. That's it. And then we have his glider, jetpack, whatever you want to call it. We have this the same one, I think, from the second one. We have the gunmetal wings that are stationary, they do not move, fold, or bend. We have the red, we have the black here, we have the 2 yellow details there, little black vent, silver tubes. We do have the gunmetal exhaust ports. Here's the back of it. And it just simply goes on pegged on his back without any exoskeleton or anything needed. It's very tight. Doesn't want to sit flush up against his back. I kind of going through this. I kind of feel like it's the thrown together figure. I think I remember that head sculpt from somewhere else, and I think obviously the bucks are the same, and these thigh pads are the same from we've seen from the Flying Cavalry sets. The armor just repainted, and that's it. I think I get a little baggy here. Let's see what we're getting. It's a little baggy. Feels a little light on the accessories, in my opinion. A little light on the overall design of the character. We're gonna get this bag open. So he has a pistol, black and gunmetal here. Seen these pistols before. Same from some of the other figures. He has a knife. It's kind of a smaller knife. We have a gunmetal blade, black handle, very small. Very nicely detailed there. And surprisingly, he has a sword. This is a first, right? Gunmetal blade, I like the handle. There's this little catch right there, the pommel. I think that's what that's called. Nicely sculpted handle. It's really cool. That's a surprise. I didn't expect that. And then we have some hands. It's like we have 2 sets of hands. Here is just a basically gripping hand like this. And this one, the trigger finger one, is on the figure when it comes. And then we have 2 punching hands if you want to go hand-to-hand combat with your enemies. That's it. So let's take a look at the figure with his some of his accessories. Okay, for the pistol, these hands do not work well with these pistols. Like the thumb, or not the thumb, the trigger finger kind of wants to point down, and it doesn't really receive the pistol very well. unfortunately. And I believe that this will fit into his holster. Okay, here is his pistol in his holster. You kind of just got to get right there with the trigger and then straight across to get it to fit right. But he does hold it. Okay, let's take a look at his assault rifle. Okay, these hands are definitely not made very well for these guns. For one thing, you can see it's very difficult for him to hold it. For one thing, this stock right here hits the top part of your hand right here, and it makes it very difficult to even get any deeper in there, which then eventually keeps you from getting that trigger finger into that hole. And when you try to tuck it in, it just doesn't fit because it's hitting that hand. So it just wants to fall out. Swapping the other hands out won't fix it either because it's like this. It's not like this. It's these hands. There's just something wrong with these hands. So let's get rid of that. See how he holds the sword with this hand. See, there's that hand. These hands are just not for these accessories. You can tell this is basically a Kit Bash figure from Joytoy. And he does hold the sword. I am very excited he comes with a sword. I like to see more swords. I like to see ninjas into the Joytoy line. Samurais, that would be fantastic. And ninjas, I'll take all the repaints they want to shovel out. Especially black, red, stuff like that. And then you can get his knife to his other hand. Just do it this way. So we have a sword and a knife. Very cool. Do you like the bladed weapons? So yeah, obviously in my opinion this is the worst of the three. So let's talk about him for a second. So for this guy, first off, the helmet, super hard plastic. Feels like you're going to smash his nose or tear off his nose, and maybe even his ears. Tremendous amount of force needed. Heating it may soften it, but it's going to return it to its hard condition. It's just a grade of plastic. Overall, the figure, it's just reused parts. It's like they put all the effort in the first two, and then just ran out of an idea and just threw some parts together and painted it black, and then threw whatever accessories they had laying around in. But I do enjoy the sword, and the knife's very cool. These hands that comes with installed on the figure are terrible. They do not work with the weapons just because they're just Kit Bash figures. And I'm pretty sure they didn't test the weapons. They just tossed them in and they charge you premium price. Second of all, this jetpack thing does not work very well. You can hear that. And you can see that it won't go flush against the back. It is made and designed to fit into that peg hole right there. It's not, in my opinion, made or designed to fit straight into a back. It's not the way it was designed initially. But again, it was just thrown together. The lack of paint on his weapon is, not cool, I guess. And he doesn't hold the weapon very well because of the hand. And if you wanted to just swap these hands out, you're not going to fix the problem with holding it. It's just my opinion, it's an overall bad figure. Aesthetically, there's nothing to look at. It's a basic figure that's probably not even worth the price for comparison. I did shove his hat on, his helmet on, during the video, but I took it off and I felt like I was ripping his face off. So I was just sitting on top of his head. So we're going to take that off so you can see the comparison of these guys. See what I'm talking about. So this thing just wants to fall out. It just wants to push itself back out. Doesn't want to stay. It's just not toleranced correctly. But you can see here, you know, a lot of effort went into this figure. And this is a lot of kit bash figures, pieces and parts too. But I mean, this is the same price for these figures, and you're getting so much more. At least you got with this guy, you got all this, and you get the new weapon. You got nothing new with this guy. He's just very light. You know. And here is the other one. You got the new chest armor, very cool. You know, it's right. You got the exoskeleton, and it's just no comparison for this guy. Not sure if that carabiner is a working carabiner. No, I don't think it is. Can't find a slit in it. Some of them are working, some of them are not. I don't think that one is. He can't hold his pistol very well. So that's all my negatives. Pros, I don't have any, to be honest with you. For me, at least, from my opinion. This is a basic figure that's not, you know, anything special. So this figure costs anywhere from $26 from China to $35 here in the United States. I am not sure about anywhere else. So it could be even more. I don't recommend the figure. It's not worth the price. Too many issues, a lack of paint on the weapons, accessories. I just went through all the negatives in my opinion. It's a basic figure. If you want just a basic true figure, an expensive basic true figure, you know, you can. That's the best thing I could use it for. It's not worth the money, in my opinion. So that's it, I guess, for the review for this guy. Unfortunately, that's not the way I wanted to do this video, but it happens when you get, you know, this type of quality. So hope you guys enjoyed this in-depth look, and you know, you win some, you lose some on some of these figures, and this is, in my opinion, a loss. So hope you guys enjoyed all the detail and all the look and all the issues that this figure has, in my opinion. Please don't forget to subscribe. Please like and share the video. Just comment down below if you have any questions. Thanks guys for watching, and we'll see you in our next review.